everyone, James Waggoner back with you for 900 Global, and today we have the newest release of the Money Badger. This ball really surprised me. After having the Volt come out, already having the White Hot, already having the Honey Badger, for me with the way that I threw the ball, I really wasn't looking for another long and back end. We did a little bit of a, I ain't gonna say a trick, but after doing some demos, I was really surprised on how this ball reacted in comparison to the Volt and the White Hot.
Yeah, in comparison to the previous balls, I mean, for me, the Gold Badger, for me a couple of years ago when I first got signed on was a benchmark ball for me. I threw it pretty much everywhere, tried to drill another one, couldn't get the exact reaction I wanted, it kind of laid off. But this one is, for me, a direct copy of the original. It gives me a little bit more back end.
Just kind of fills a little bit of a gap mid lane and fills a little bit on the back end.
Right, that's what I was getting ready to say. The Volt, it reads and has the back end. This one it gets me in between the two to where I can still kind of expect the reaction out of it. I love the color. I've thrown it a couple weeks for league, and
it does look nice.
Everybody's asking me, is that the IQ? No, it's the Money Badger.
Yeah. What we did with mine was, since I've gone down to 14 as a lot known, and I've tried to keep everything in front of me. So what we did was we did with the
you finally listened to me
once. What we did with mine was a 60x3x30, which is really similar to what I've done with the Claw and what I've done with Dream On. So I added it with the Pearl, and preliminary, I haven't been able to throw it much, but when I have, I really like the shape of it. You went with kind of the similar.
Right. This one's actually one I just drilled up last night. This one's a 45x4x40. Kind of gets me started a little bit earlier and smooths it out on the back end for when the lanes get a little crispy. I have another one that's drilled 50x3x30, which reads a little bit sooner than my typical drill, but still get the same reaction out of it. So
that'll be interesting. Yeah. We're just going to do a regular house pattern today. The last time when we did the video, a little bit of it just seemed soupy, and we were both not throwing the ball all that great, even though we showed the strikes, which took a while, more for him than it did me. But we're just going to do a regular house shot. We're going to do a shim with the Money Tour to kind of trim it up a little bit, and then we'll decide if we're going to go with the hybrid after dark or we're going to go with this next. But we're going to start off with the Money Tour, shim the lane up, so you're going to see a little bit of a burn reaction to it, but you're still going to get a good comparison with a 3-inch pin and a 4-inch pin and the distance, with me keeping my stuff in front of me, him hooking his. So we're going to hit back out here, and we'll be back with our results here in a minute. right, Ryan Ragland, James Waggoner, back with you here at Strike Zone at Fort Leonard, Kansas. That is the Money Badger, and I'll tell you what, this ball fits in, as we said before, fits in very, very well with the flux, or excuse me, with the volt, with the white hot and the Honey Badger. You can kind of put it down. The white hot just has a little bit mid lane, not as strong off the spot, being symmetrical. You go to the volt, which reads a little bit more mid lane and has a little bit more pop on the back end. Then you get to this being asymmetrical, and it'll just push a little bit more, and it'll make that turn, and it works very complementary with Honey Badger. Words from a genius right there. That's how it goes. And basically, as I talked before, 3 days with Dale Gardner with the demo that we had a few weeks ago. And it was kind of interesting watching different people throw the same stuff. And that's kind of the fun part about working demos is you get all the different hands, different styles. You get to see the lane transition, to see what the ball does. This was one of the more purchase balls after the demos, with people really liking the clean. But you can also, it's very manipulable. Yeah. Manipulativable, if that's a word, with your hand, and you can really get it to react. But this has the inverted grapnel core, and I tell you, it just adds just that little more to it.
That's very true, and it's very. It takes very well to different layouts. As you saw in the video, my 50 by 3 by 30, I was playing more right and kept my angles tight. This one allowed me to move left. I was approximately 6 to 8 boards left with this ball, and it gave me a nice strong arc that's still finished on the back end once it hit the friction.
And this was a 45 by 4 by 40, and on mine I had a 3-inch, and I'll tell you what, this may be a pretty good layout for a lot of people. You're liking it. I've thrown stuff similar to it, maybe having the mass splice under. I have some that has like a pin back here and the mass splice over here, and it really shortens the flare potential. But you can do that with this ball and really get it clean. I can see this being a people that don't have a lot of hands.
Yeah.
They can throw this one on fresh and really get it to bend, and then you may switch to something else. You don't put this away. You can bring it back when they start getting fried a little bit, and you can move in. And with this having a higher G, you can really push it down lane and really find something with it.
That's very true.
This has a 264 RG with the 14 pound. The 15 pound has a 257. The differential is 044. Kind of bigger difference in numbers, but I'll tell you what, going 14, I haven't, and you've seen the number shots, I really haven't lost a whole lot of power going down to 14. And I'll tell you what, if a lot of people have been thinking about going to 14, don't be afraid of it. It takes a little bit to get used to, because it took me a little bit to get used to not grabbing at the bottom. Finally, you start getting the swing relax and the hand relax, and you actually get a few more reps, and I'm starting to see it. So if you're thinking about it, go ahead and do it. But that is the Money Badger. Go see James over at Arsenal Pro Shop in Kansas City, Kansas. If you're around, you see me or Mike Huffman over here at Fort Leavenworth at W Square. Thanks to Mike for letting us do the video down here. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, the like button, and the bell notification. And anytime we come out with a new video, then you will be alerted on that. And drop any comments, any questions you have. So for James, I'm Ryan, and that is the Money Badger.